The barrier to podcasting is extremely low. All you need, if you want to call it that, is just a microphone and an internet connection, which is easily accessible if you have an iPhone, right? The iPhone comes with a built-in microphone, which means that all you really need to make any content online is just a quiet spot and some time. And then if you want to, slightly improve it, maybe some editing software to remove the ads in the video I'm reacting to, for example. Because, I don't have YouTube Premium. And sometimes the people making the video, they'll put in ad plugs inside their video. So when that's all you need to make content online, don't be surprised when clowns enter the space. When it comes to podcasting, the barriers are arguably even lower than what I'm doing right now. Which brings me to my first Turkish proverb that I heard of when I was in Turkey. When a clown enters the castle, he doesn't become the king. The castle becomes a circus. So, yeah, as we can see, the podcasting space is starting to become a circus at this point. Which brings me to the video I'm reacting to. When podcast host gets triggered by Lou Extra. Go give him a subscribe if you want to. Now, as it stands right now, I'm a solo creator. I source the videos myself, I write the scripts myself, I edit the videos myself. The main obstacle to me is that I have to find videos that are interesting to react to, covering topics that I either haven't covered or haven't covered in a long time. I don't just want to restrict myself to one topic in particular because, I'm gonna milk that thing dry if I did. However, when you're a podcast host and you need to produce regular content, you might feel the pressure to come up with something new all the time, which might include you crossing lines you shouldn't have crossed in the first place. So yeah, let's continue on.
So you telling me if I hit you in your mouth, you ain't gonna sue me?
To become a successful podcaster, it generally requires a few things. A mic, a colorful personality, and willingness to engage in debate with people that you might not necessarily agree with. After all, the entire medium was basically invented to be an antidote to how sterile and boxed in the conversations that you'd hear on talk shows or the radio were. The other side of that coin is that sometimes arguments will erupt that threaten to turn physical, often leading to guests trying their best to restrain themselves before they actually opt to throw hands.
As far as
And what's the point of a microphone if you're just gonna use your fist in the end? I mean, that's why radios have such strict guidelines for their guest list and what topics they can and cannot cover to prevent shit like this from happening. Sure, there's benefits to having a little more freedom to cover controversial topics as long as fists don't fly, which increasingly podcast hosts don't seem to have an idea where the line is, right? They are approaching that line and in some cases crossing that line into, a whole different world. At some point it just becomes an MMA fight at that point. So minus any commentary, it's just a fist fight.
JD Vance, just a little quick take. JD Vance is basically the straight Pete Buttigieg. The whites, like Tom, would vote for him, but people with swag, I don't know if they're gonna vote for JD Vance.
We can go back and forth on certain things, but on the racial stuff, man, that you just piss me off when you do that.
Okay.
Is this white on white crime right now?
And sometimes other people ignore that impulse and just squabble up, leaving people who were supposed to be in charge of the show struggling to get things under control.
How did you and Kevo get into it to begin with?
He was cloud chasing off
Man,
Kevo.
shut up. I just said let the man talk.
What'd you say, Kevo?
Bro, suck my dick, bro.
Hey, stop playing before I smack the shit out you.
Do it. Hey, no.
The cheapest microphones I can find are about $30. The cheapest boxing gloves are also about $30. So at this point, if they're gonna get themselves into a fist fight on a podcast, why bother with microphones? They should just have boxing gloves on standby. It's probably cheaper than a microphone, especially when you consider that you need to replace those microphones when you do actually get into a fist fight in the studio. So why not just get in the ring and turn on the camera instead, if you're gonna fight in the end? Right? What's the point of having microphones?
Yet what is far more rare and just as riveting to watch is when the hosts let a guest under their skin, resulting in them losing their cool. And at times, even their dignity.
You would think.
Hold on, I'm not going to kick you off the show, but go stand in the corner for 5 minutes.
No.
Stand in the corner.
How many microphones are there in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh gosh, that's already $300 at best.
To start things off, let's take a look at a show where that kind of terminology is usually thrown around, making them get in their feelings and in return, all the sweeter to see. If you've been on any social media platform long enough, there's a very good chance that you've seen a clip of Andrew Wilson during his frequent appearances as a co-host on the Whatever podcast. Also known as Dating Talk, the show, launched by Brian Atlas, is basically built on a foundation of demeaning women, with the pair routinely taking things to very heated places just to get a reaction.
Like, are you fucking serious?
I'm fucking serious. Why would you have different?
What's the point of having high quality audio if they're just gonna scream over each other? Like, who wants to listen to a screaming match in 4K? Right? I'm either using my laptop's built-in microphone or my phone's microphone. Sure, I occasionally raise my voice, but at least you can hear what I'm saying, right? This is just a screaming match at this point. I think if you just held down a phone and just turn on the recording function, I think you wouldn't be able to tell the difference that this was recorded using an iPhone or with a microphone. I don't think anybody can tell the difference at this point. It's just a screaming match, right? So I don't know why they decide to spend all their money to buy all that equipment if they're just gonna get into a screaming match.
How would we know that?
I'm telling you now.
Oh, you're fundamentally a dishonest person.
I mean, that's just kind of something that you don't want to disclose because it's a little embarrassing.
Are you quiet?
Look,
strong
we're
woman.
not asking
I thought you were a strong woman.
I hope you guys have a really good day. I'm leaving.
Hold on.
No.
We're not asking. Hold on.
I thought you.
This dude just spent $300 for moments like this. Tell me it's worth it, Brian from Whatever podcast.
You're a strong woman. Does human morality require a mind?
Sure, Andrew.
Well, then it can't be objective.
Yes, it can, because objective things can be immaterial. You don't know what objective means.
There is a sub-definition too, not dependent on the mind for existence. Actual. I'll repeat hers though.
Will you stop?
Of a
deep the mic, Andrew. Stop doing this to your face.
You're coping so bad. You're so.
Not only did they waste their cash, they're also wasting their time with the guests they bring on sometimes. I mean, come on, vet your guests. Vet the guests you're gonna bring on. Why?
Dumb. I can't believe you did this so bad.
Wait, we gotta get through at least all your notes.
No.
Hold on.
Can this be a respectful quit?
Wait, you can't just leave.
I'm not crying. I'm tired. That's
You're
why.
Tired?
Yeah, I've been up since like 3 a.m.
Listen, but at least hear the offer.
Respectful.
I will fast track. I will fast track your notes. You said it was a rage quit.
It's not.
I think it was a rage quit.
Thank you so much.
I think it was a rage quit. I think you can't.
How many cameras are there to capture this garbage? $300 on the microphone alone. The cameras, okay, I'm not searching the web for that. I am not wasting everybody's time for this shit.
Defend your worldview. I think you're a coward, to be honest. I think it's cowardly for you to quit because you've been absolutely demolished by Andrew.
You did a great job, Andrew. Thank you.
But can we look on the bright side? She took up a lot of space on that side of the table, and now there's room.
You can't rate yourself.
A lot of space.
Conversationally.
For the most part, he probably leaves most of these recordings feeling pretty good about himself and content in the knowledge that he used his skills for what he sees as good. One notable exception to this would be when he squared off with a self-identifying feminist/leftist known as Charlie during a
Alright, 2 dumbasses on the show. Let's go. Let's see who fires the first insult.
Conversation that took nearly 6 hours, the pair waged war on the grounds of their vastly different worldview, and showing signs of it for a long time, things started to go off the rails, with Wilson initially veering away from debating larger issues and making things personal.
And I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator, or I don't make good points, or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But
this episode, if you want to call it that, is 6 hours long. What a giant waste of time. Especially when you consider that this is the part that went viral. And this video is how many minutes long already? Like 3 minutes. This clip is about 3 minutes long. 360 minutes and yet only 3 minutes went viral. Like, I can't think of a worse way to spend 6 hours just to get a 3-minute clip.
Charlie, I just think honestly you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
What he didn't know at the time was that Charlie wasn't about to let this go, and decided to call him out on what she saw as a little bit of a moral double standard that she witnessed in his life. And once she did, all hell broke loose.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did
daddies?
I just say?
Your wife with the 3 baby
I'm sorry. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to...
Do the women that you try
show
to...
your hatred against...
Do the women that you try
convince them
to...
that they should...
Through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's go through it, Chuck.
Alright. It's just a screaming match. I mean, you didn't miss anything. I just decided to skip that part because, it's a giant waste of time for everybody.
Plenty of clips from the Whatever podcast have gone viral, but perhaps none created the stir that this one did. And rather than it being red-pilled audiences celebrating him making a girl with a nose ring cry, it was people who despised Andrew who would get to enjoy every moment of him losing it. I love it when she calmly said, "No, you're embarrassed," because he is. He's a fraud. She didn't insult his family at all, simply stated a fact. This dude embarrassed himself. He just walked over her and insulted her when she made a point. Those who only saw the brief clip online might not know that things actually got even more surreal when the Whatever host enlisted Wilson's wife for backup. And as you can imagine, people weren't exactly ready to salute him on that move either.
Rachel, are you there? Can you hear us? Rachel?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, for some context, Andrew Wilson preaches traditionalism and stuff like that. The traditional man protects his wife. This dude puts his wife's life on air. Like, do you not see what's going on? It seems like microphones are actually humanity's worst invention. And I'll actually die on that hill. Right? I don't know why they want to engage in this dumb debate. Right?
Did you not have agency when you accepted this debate with Andrew?
Yeah, I did.
Then what did he do wrong? You do not sound like a person with a college education. And since you lost and you got humiliated, you thought the thing to do would be attack me. And where did you get the idea that I'm promiscuous? I've spent my entire adult life only in 3 long-term committed relationships, one of which is a, almost 20-year relationship with Andrew. Now we're like 18 years in.
I did wonder, hang on, Rachel, I did wonder one thing. Tell me, if she had aborted her children with those 3 relationships, would she be less promiscuous or not?
Yeah.
I don't know why either one of them didn't just walk out of the studio. This podcast is already, this episode, if you want to call it that, it's already a giant waste of time. I don't know how much more time do you plan to waste on this? I mean, whatever podcast, whatever goes, I guess.
Yeah, she'd be less promiscuous.
Yeah.
These people. Rachel, you should have killed her kids, Rachel.
Maybe she should have.
It's less promiscuous if I kill the children?
Having her call in to tag into the argument like an angry mom is crazy. He started the personal insults, by the way. It was funny to see him unravel for a change. Since then, Charlie explained why it happened, basically saying that she felt her hand was forced and that he deserved a taste of his own medicine after years of bullying women for fun.
Hi, so that's me in the video. I am the Snizzlicker, the Snizzler, if you will. This video is making the rounds again on Instagram and Twitter, so I just wanted to clarify a few things. I don't take any issue with Andrew Wilson's wife having 3 baby daddies and having been married multiple times before. I don't think it's immoral. I'm a feminist. What I do...
I think you can stop explaining what you did to Andrew Wilson. He's already 6 feet deep at this point. All you're really gonna do is get him 1 foot deeper. Alright? Let him dig himself into a deeper grave himself. He's doing a much better job at that than you could ever do. Alright? Remember the pickle jar? Also, maybe what's worth more of an explanation is why did you accept a 6-hour debate with Andrew? Why? That's a quarter of your day. Just gone like that. Poof. You're not gonna get it back. I'm sorry. Time flies. Why did you agree to a debate with this guy? Why?
Take issue with is the fact that Andrew Wilson built his platform off of shaming and humiliating women for their past sexual conduct. If Andrew Wilson met a woman like his wife with 3 baby daddies on the Whatever podcast, he would shame her, call her a hoe, and tell her she's damaged goods and essentially unlovable, like he's done to many women before in the past. What I want people to take away from this clip is not that Andrew Wilson is a cuck or that Rachel Wilson is a hoe. I want people to understand that they are hypocrites, and that if you're going to marry a woman with the past, then you should give other women the same grace that you give your wife.
It only took you 6 hours. It only took someone donating $1,000. I didn't know exposing hypocrites have to be this expensive. I'm pretty sure we have already exposed Andrew Wilson as a hypocrite with far less than 6 hours or $1,000. Right? He did it himself.
Thankfully, this wasn't a situation where things escalated to the point of a physical altercation, or it wouldn't be anywhere near as funny as it was to watch. Yet, on other platforms, things are allowed to reach the point that a host can be shadowboxing behind a guest's head and readying themselves for a street fight. For longtime viewers of Gilly and Wallow's $1 million worth of game, you'll know that they're usually more inclined to dispense wisdom than let emotions fly. In the years that they've been on air, they've actively deterred street rappers from throwing it all away by refusing to abandon the kind of life that got Wallow 20 years in jail. More focused on pacifism than violence, there has only been one instance where they seem prepared to throw hands with one another.
Next time you cut me off like that, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. But back to what I was saying, right? Back to what I was saying,
Let's get it right now.
Back to what I was saying, right? Listen. This is $1 million worth of game. This ain't a fucking dojo.
You know, in the streaming software like in Streamlabs or OBS Studios, you can just mute the mic. You can mute someone's mic. Right? I don't know why when people buy podcasting equipment, they don't learn how to use it properly. You know, when a fighter jet flies over my house occasionally, I'll just mute my microphone so that you don't hear the jet engines flying over my house. Or actually, another way I can do it is I time my recording sessions, but sometimes, you know, things happen. So when that happens, I just pause the video, wait for a while, and then restart it when the noise is over or something like that. Right? Looks like, the podcasting equipment is a tool, and it's only as good as the person using it, right? Apparently they're not very good at using their own tools.
Joe,
let's get it.
Cause you
backed up.
However, that was nothing compared to the peak of aggression on display during Wack 100's visit to the show. At this stage, Wack 100's entire persona is based on antagonizing people, whether it's by calling them a snitch, or through basically just disagreeing with everything that's said by whoever he's on a show with. That said, it's never gone as far as it did this time around. Things were pretty hostile from the moment they hit record, especially during their discussion around rap's most infamous snitch, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Niggas is on the phone talk about what this man gave up for this and this and that to do this and this and that, to where them alphabet boys is implementing him because of what these street niggas on the motherfucking phone talking about. Do anybody hold any responsibility to the street niggas violating every motherfucking code we was taught?
All right,
Anybody? We know what he did.
Fuck all that.
Nah,
at the end of the day, you trying to give a nigga a pass. You trying to give a nigga a pass for telling.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You trying to give a nigga a pass for
So
telling.
what about they telling?
Come on, man.
But they down for they telling.
But where things really went too far was when they started talking about Meek Mill. Soon, emotions started to spiral out of control.
If you put Meek and 6ix9ine in the room, I got Meek coming out that motherfucker the winner.
You seen that nigga hit that punching bag?
I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Broadcasting a screaming match in 4K. How much do you think all those equipment cost? I don't know why people buy so much equipment just to broadcast a screaming match.
That nigga,
I don't think he's coming out the fucking room to win. If you put academics
think he got time to be
and my son in the room, it's not remotely. It's not remotely.
But I'm
gonna even be a fucking
I'm
fight.
saying, bro, when he commits to that, bro, handle your business.
And I gotta say something else.
That's all I'm saying.
I gotta check you about somebody else too.
You can't check.
Stop hating on my nigga, my son. He's a solid motherfucker.
That's my nigga. I don't hate on my son.
No, you
do.
Yes, the you do.
My son attacks me. If you gonna keep it real, let's keep it real. My son attacks me, bro. I think he runs out of shit to post, and then he go find some on me and put it up.
As long as y'all straight,
Just as it looked like it had reached its height, Wack claimed that he and their fellow Philly rapper would have to fight, which lit the fuse on the craziest moment the show ever saw.
Listen,
You and 21 Savage, y'all straight?
I'll be a weird at. Yeah, we straight.
You and Meek Mills, y'all straight?
Definitely not. We gotta get out.
No, y'all.
No, you ain't getting
Get out.
Fuck you mean you gotta get
We gonna roll the fuck out of it. We gonna roll the fuck
out of it. You talking about get
I
down?
get out with all three of y'all.
No, you not. No, the fuck you won't. Fuck you mean get down, nigga. Fuck you mean get
Ain't
down.
nobody worried about you, my little homie over there.
Listen, ain't worry about the homies, nigga. We'll choke you the fuck out, nigga. Listen, I ain't worried about no
Nigga too light to ass.
Out here.
Is that a gnat?
Fuck out of
You
here.
cool with Meek,
Is that a
nigga?
gnat? Is that a gnat?
This shit over
I
with,
tried you in the
nigga.
prison yard, nigga.
This shit
You wouldn't try.
over with.
You soft
Your
and shit,
nose-
that fake big shit you
Your
had
nose
on.
too
You was a
sexy.
fucking- Get the fuck
Your
out of here.
nose too
You was a
sexy.
freak in jail,
You know my-
nigga.
you know my
You was
knuckles?
a freak in jail.
My knuckles is sexual,
worried about
my
that
nigga.
shit.
You got a
Shit.
sexy
You
dog.
beat a fat white boy. You beat a fat white boy.
I ain't beat nobody up.
Listen, you
I ain't beat him up.
Come on, man.
Someone give that clown a boxing glove. Give him a boxing glove and a punching bag for good measure. I mean, have you seen once the person gets away, once the other guy gets away from the microphone, he's screaming at the top of his lungs and yet the microphone barely picked up. Right? I'm some distance away from my microphone. I mean, it's built into my laptop. Right? I'm actually like at least one arm's length away. Right? And you guys can still hear me. Right? The microphone, he gets away, he's in a screaming match, and yet the only person I can hear is this I apologize, I'm gonna call you the bald guy. Right? That's how, I don't know why people spend 30, I mean, sure, it improves the quality of the audio, but once you get away from the microphone, no one can hear you. Right?
I just talking that dumb shit. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Is there a gnat?
At the end of the day, keep niggas' names out your fucking mouth.
Stop the dumb shit.
Miraculously, they managed to get out of there without a scrap.
Oh, his name is actually Wack100. I apologize for calling him bald.
But it was touch and go right till the very end.
Don't get mad at me. Look, I'm just telling you, my nigga. Ain't no niggas pulling up on me and my squad, jumping out. We getting off, my nigga. I don't give a fuck who you with.
As long as you don't get off when you see none of my niggas.
If they pull up on us,
ain't nobody
keep
playing
fuck
that
you,
shit,
man.
man.
Listen, you know what I realized? You know what I realized?
They gonna give you some leg warmers, man.
That's cool.
Listen.
We got leg warmers to get back.
But what?
Nigga,
We
put them
ain't
leg
tripping.
warmers on
We
your
ain't
back.
tripping.
You know old niggas don't heal as fast
We
as them
ain't
young
tripping.
niggas.
So you telling me Gilly
He's a
on some
bluff
real
master.
shit?
He a bluff master.
Yeah, okay.
He a BM.
Only action I ever seen with the fat white boy.
Wallow.
Yeah, he a
Wallow,
bluff
listen to
master.
me.
He be bluffing.
No, I seen him ice couple niggas.
Gilly, you telling me?
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Gilly,
I know about three
Wallow, I will
niggas.
beat your motherfucking
Fuck
ass.
you wouldn't. We could go right in that
roll
line.
on you.
We
Fuck
go
you.
right in that
You gonna let that
line.
go
You
there?
gonna try to wrestle me. You gonna try to wrestle him. You gonna try to grab me.
I set him on his pocket.
Fuck
You gonna try to grab
I'm
him.
not.
You gonna try to grab him.
Your nose sexy as
Get the fuck. You freaky.
What?
Listen, he's a freaky ass nigga.
Freak ass old
He's a freaky ass
sexy
nigga.
ass nose.
You had a boy in jail. You had a boy in your cell in jail. Definitely. But you had that wet ass Jerry curl on the boy. He's a freaky ass nigga, man.
A situation like that could have been really dangerous, pitting men with real street ties against one another in a way that could have had ramifications way beyond the podcast studio. If you're looking for an expert in causing that kind of situation, look no further than Adam22. Recently, the longtime host of the controversial No Jumper podcast made headlines for kicking Dean the Great off his show, stemming from the streamer and boxer making a whole lot of comments about his wife.
You gonna respect me too though. You throwing all these shots and shit.
How am I gonna respect you when you're somebody who's realistically only known for getting the dog shit beat out of you?
Exact same shit for you. You only known for getting your wife getting fucked by other niggas. By BBC.
Yeah, I don't know how much more we have to discuss at this point. I'm gonna do the gentle thing.
That's cool.
And I'm not gonna elbow you in the face or give you a Larry Wheel style slap. I'm just gonna politely ask you to exit the podcast.
Okay, fuck this podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
So far, the smartest thing any podcaster has done. Just saying.
Don't get beat up on the way to the car.
But when it comes to Adam getting into scrapes on the show, this is just a drop in the ocean. Since its inception, there have been plenty of heated or just awkward moments, not least of all because he's routinely interviewing hardened street dudes who don't like to be pressured.
So, okay, I saw this video that alleged that it was you involved in this crazy ass shootout. What was that situation?
Sometimes I wonder if they could have just achieved the same effect, the same results on a Discord call or something. Because everybody already has a phone. Why spend another $30 on a mic and then bring them to a studio? I don't know, man.
Maybe it might not have been you. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was me.
Okay, but that wasn't related to any of the cases that you caught? Well played. Okay. So...
Somehow, that was nothing compared to a tense incident with Chicago drill rapper Ruga over Adam's perceived disrespect of not only him, but Chirac as a city. In particular, his behavior towards Wooski in the aftermath of his attempted murder.
I think that was a mutual thing. Her and I had this little flirtatious joke thing going on. I mean, have you seen the interview? She's around with me like that, calling me handsome and all this shit too. It's not just like you remember that day? We could not believe the way she was flirting with me.
At the end of the day, another thing, you played with Wooski, bro. Like, just hear me out.
We talk.
I don't care if y'all talk. That ain't that. I got a personal problem with it because it's the principle of you playing with him about him getting shot in the head. That shit ain't no joke. Do you know that was at my best friend's funeral?
Yeah.
Do you know that my best friend mama couldn't even bury her son the right way? Like, the funeral was completely over after that. Motherfuckers running everywhere. My mama was there, my son was there. He wasn't even 6 months.
Although Adam was clearly angry, Ruski warned him that he was crossing lines into uncharted territory, especially for a kid from suburban New Hampshire.
Listen, when you do that, you place yourself in street shit.
Right.
It get real after that.
Okay.
Like, for real, gang. Like on some real shit. Like, if I would've came in here right now with 4 pairs of boxing gloves and set the bitch on the table right now, like, come fight me right now. Let's go fight. Would you?
No, that shit's goofy as fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you.
I would have looked at you like you were doing some stupid ass clout shit if you did something like that, for sure.
It wouldn't be no clout shit, because you ain't gonna post it anyway. But this is what I'm telling you. At the end of the day, if I ask you that type of shit, you ain't really willing to even just fight, don't stop egging it on, gang.
As things kept getting tense, it was obvious that this wasn't sustainable if the podcast wasn't going to break into an all-out brawl. So Adam tried to pull back, even if things were way past that point.
I'm just gonna let you know I'm good with the vague threats.
You ain't.
Yes.
You ain't.
Unless you're gonna do something,
you wouldn't be.
I don't want to hear it.
Do you want to fight?
No.
All right, then shut the up.
Then why are you on?
Sometimes the host is just as much of an idiot as the guests on his show. You're in charge of everything. If you thought having these people on your show is a great idea, then what you clearly need is better judgment, right? No amount of views is worth getting shot. Trust me on that.
On the
Stop talking. Stop talking.
You don't get to tell me to shut the fuck up on my podcast.
If I was the last out,
that you were very upset. When I told you you weren't invited on this podcast, you were very upset.
I'm talking to Remo now. Hey, listen.
You're talking to me.
Adam, you bring people who treat the laws on the books like a suggestion. What makes you think they're gonna respect your wishes? What's going on? What's so hard to understand?
That was the last shot. It hit him in his mouth. Say I hit him in his mouth. What he gonna do?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
He gonna try to sue. He gonna be one of them soft ass
How am I gonna sue you when I got way more money than you?
Because you soft.
That's not usually how it works.
Because you soft.
And as things bubbled over, Ruga tried to box with the security as they escorted him from the studio.
Oh, I can handle my own business as well. Don't worry.
Come on!
Yeah, I don't handle it by doing boxing matches with cavemen who want to act tough instead of doing a podcast.
Now you racist.
I'm not a boxer.
Now it's racistness coming out.
And now you're going to play the race
card.
card.
Talking about cavemen? You racist, man.
I'm describing your brain.
You weird.
Not your race.
You weird.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
That's cool. I'll leave. But I'm telling you, you a bitch.
I don't care.
And your ass a
handsome guy. You handsome guy.
Nigga, come on.
Sure.
I'm gonna get up out of here. Don't touch me though. But listen,
you're gonna have to go.
Handsome guy.
You're gonna have to go.
I bet you y'all he delete this out. I bet you he delete this out the interview.
You're gonna have to go.
Be handsome guy.
Capable of acting like a
handsome guy.
Glass up.
You can't act like
handsome guy.
Behave like a grown up.
Handsome.
Behave like a grown up, Ruga.
Come on.
Get the out.
Touch you.
Get out of here.
You scared.
Although he receives persistent warnings about meddling in street activity and is clowned whenever he does it, Adam can't seem to help himself. On other times, Adam had crashed out over his issues that have nothing to do with the streets, but the combative environment that No Jumper Studios is known for. Alongside his disputes with the likes of Housephone, AD, and T-Rel, among others, one moment where Adam lost his cool and let his anger govern how he was moving was when he kicked Lush off air. This spawned from issues that happened in their online community, leading Adam to arrive on the show with a real attitude.
Lush, you lied to me.
What?
You lied to me, Lush.
About what?
What I just tried to talk to you about in the hall?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Like crazy shit. Like, bro, I've talked to you about talking in the fucking Discord and saying crazy shit, but I never knew that you were this fucking loony with it, bro. You're what? You're sorry?
Nah, like I don't like what I didn't say anything.
No, you said a lot of shit. Like direct quotes of shit that I said only to you because I fucking trusted you.
When? I didn't do that.
This weekend.
I don't know much about this beef, but if it's on the internet, then yeah, you're two idiots. But if it's offline, shouldn't you be taking this offline? Like off the podcast? Like you can just say something like, hey Lush, you got a minute? Come up for a minute or something like that. Why do you have to discuss this on the air?
Most people probably would have taken this behind doors. Instead, Adam thought it was time to further monetize the drama that ramped things up, revealing that Lush had been let go.
I talked about it in the Discord, but I didn't say any quotes.
Yeah, you did. Well, then how the fuck do people know?
Bro, like, who else did you talk to about that shit?
I mean, I understand you want to ask follow-up questions instead of addressing the fact that you're a fucking snake, but...
I didn't say that. Like... If I would have said it, when did I say that?
No, you did. You said a bunch of shit, talking about how much people get paid and shit, bro.
No, I didn't do that. Yeah. That's complete cap. Like, seriously, like, we could go in the Discord and talk to those people directly.
I would love that. I would love to be proven wrong because the fact that I trusted you this much and that I've just had all this shit revealed to me.
I don't even know what people get paid to even speak on that.
Okay, but I mean, why do I have random people in the Discord telling me, oh, so-and-so said this, and it's like something that I guarantee somebody said to you or that you've heard around the office, but that you never obviously should have fucking spoke on?
Nah, we could go in there and because I didn't say that shit.
No, you lied to me to my fucking face out there right in my own office.
No, dude, I didn't.
You did.
If I did, I would have said something.
Well, then there's a bunch of people in the Discord who are tragically misled, and some of them are people that I trust. It's just it's gonna take you providing the entire Discord chat and pointing out line by line things that you didn't say that I'm being told by multiple people that you did say.
I could show you the entire chat. I didn't say that shit.
I honestly think, at least for now, maybe we could come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better that you just leave.
All right, man.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect this to be a narrative that was taking place today, but we got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just super disappointed.
I didn't do that, bro.
Considering that Adam had been fighting a losing battle to keep the public on his side for years, letting this happen in front of a world cemented the views of everyone who already thought he was a lame. Congrats to Adam for reaching a level of scumbaggery most people couldn't ever imagine. Imagine being 40 years old with Discord drama. Within the current hip-hop media landscape, there's simply no denying that controversy creates clicks. And if anyone knew that perhaps even more than Adam22, it was the team at Complex who greenlit a show where verbal warfare was basically the entire concept. Launched in 2017, Everyday Struggle bridged the generational gap in a way that was tailor-made for explosive conversations. In its brief but highlight-filled run, they debated over music, had fiery encounters with people like Vic Mensa.
You felt you were a little bit repulsed by the fact that so many people outside the culture of Chicago, they hyped up the music not knowing that real lives were being affected. How did you feel about that?
I wanted to slap you in your face, honestly.
Almost fought the Migos.
Close it. Close it. Hey, listen, man, I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
What are you trying to do? Hold on. Wait. No, wait.
Where's their security guard? Where's their security guard?
And had moments where Joe advised Ack to stay out of street business.
I'm telling you something. Stay your little ass away from his little ass. You know why? Because when it get real, my OGs is gonna have to come into play, and I'm gonna have to tell niggas, hey, Ack ain't, you know what I mean? Keep away from his little ass. They gonna hurt him.
Among all the debates they had on air, one stood out as more volatile than the rest. In an action-packed episode, academics got very touchy about the idea that he was basically a gossip merchant, with the show's apparent mediator Nadeska Alexis not exactly making it any better.
Okay, well, so not talking hate speech, what about people's personal lives? You do talk about people's personal lives. That's not music.
Okay.
It's
Like, do they have anybody telling them what they can and cannot talk about on a podcast? Do they have anything resembling a guideline? I mean, I'm currently making one for myself. It's not perfect, but apparently it's more than what these people have.
not hate speech. I'm just saying, hate speech was not a good example.
You have.
He talk about a lot of niggas, and he don't talk about music. You very rarely talk about music.
I mean, at least DJ Academics is smart enough to put some boxing gloves under the table. I don't know whether he filmed this in a gym or what, but maybe there's a boxing ring behind there somewhere. I don't know.
Music. Whoa. He does talk about music. I'm just saying sometimes. No, shut the fuck up, both of you.
Says
me. You talk about music and their personal life.
Wait. Where are y'all telling me I talk about what? Cut it. Stop.
No, you're not cutting shit right now.
Stop. Y'all can't just
Joe said that.
Have y'all seen the last 20 videos I have made? Yes or no? If y'all haven't, shut the fuck up. That's facts.
Basically, Ack said they didn't know what his content was really about, and Ack got increasingly mad when Joe pretty much kept laughing in his face.
Y'all can't be speaking on shit just like y'all tell me not to if I'm not informed. Y'all not informed on what I talk about. Y'all watching Instagram. No, on some more shit. Y'all watching Instagram. Y'all have no idea. First of all, we can do it. First of all, y'all can't look at Instagram and tell me what I'm talking about.
Let's hear you make sense of
I don't want to bring up examples right now.
So how do you know what I talk about? How do you know what I talk about? You don't watch me on Twitch, or really? You don't listen to all my videos, right? And the ones that you do watch, you're not watching for musical opinion. You're watching because it's something salacious. Let's be honest.
But
both of y'all don't even watch what I'm putting out.
I have seen your content because sometimes when we have to book interviews, there are conflicts of interest because you talk about personal things.
If you've watched one or two videos, y'all gotta watch my whole entire content library. Y'all wouldn't even know I did music reviews.
I do know.
Yeah, let's just say the algorithm that most platforms use, they are trying to make me make another video on the male loneliness crisis. It's another thing completely if I actually take the bait and milk that topic dry, right? DJ Academics, the algorithm is egging you on to cover the personal lives of celebrities, especially in the hip-hop genre. Now it's entirely up to you if you want to leave money on the table or milk that cow dry, right? You still decide what videos go up. Yes, you're right to say that to some extent, I'm incentivized to make incendiary videos. But I've also made some guidelines to prevent myself from losing my shit on this platform. Also, in the future, guidelines can change. I mean, this channel is relatively new, so as I encounter more dumb shit, more undesirable shit, I'm gonna make changes to the guidelines. Or maybe YouTube might, change their guidelines and then I lose all my shit. But you get the point.
I I never.
Y'all watch one or two.
What are
videos.
you yelling about? I never said that you don't talk about music.
First of all, Complex
Oh
is straight
my
numbers.
God.
Complex don't watch a motherfucking video I do, so stop.
Eventually, Joe clapped back, ensuring that Axe need to defend himself was quickly reignited.
If y'all think y'all know my content, start quoting me on shit or videos I've talked about.
I watch every fucking thing you do. You want to talk about it, nigga?
That's a lie.
I've seen your last 3 Twitches with them bum ass escorts.
First of all,
I go to your Instagram every fucking day and you talk about a whole bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry that you feel personally attacked.
Wait, I don't care what it
I'm
goes on
sorry.
Instagram. My opinion doesn't even go on Instagram. That's for the fans to react, and they're not reacting. I can't even post music. You know, wait, hold on, because I'm tired of y'all acting like y'all are in the know when y'all are not. Y'all are not.
I don't understand what
Zero
you're talking
in the
about.
know. Instagram, hold on. Instagram, you know why Instagram you can't post music. Atlantic Records have sent me takedown notices. Universal, Sony, all of them. I can't post music on there like that.
Was it not an issue with 21 Savage coming up here because you had talked about his relationship with Amber Rose? All I was saying is that you talk a lot about music and sometimes their personal life, period.
And did I
Let's
talk about his
fucking move
music?
on. I'm tired of this conversation. Good
That's
God.
all about his music. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta be in the know when y'all discuss my shit.
I don't know how to.
It's easy to tell what y'all do. You do one podcast. I got a million content I produce every day.
I don't know how to put the mic.
Every Thursday, come to my Twitch. We do streaming albums every week.
By the end of the show, they patched things up. But this kind of carnage is exactly why this show lives fondly in the memory of so many fans who'd have loved to see it have a much longer run. This was the most toxic show on YouTube back then, and I loved it. I miss Everyday Struggle. All is not lost though, because those who miss the show can often catch just as much toxicity on the former rapper's other outlet, the Joe Budden podcast. Academics might have been the one losing his mind last time around, but Joe Budden is really the king of crash outs, many of which have led to memes that circulate around the internet for months or even years afterward.
Hey, Sway Lee, hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
You'd think that after he chased previous co-hosts Rory and Mal off the show, he may mellow out a little when it came to screaming directly at his staff.
Let's just say what it is, man. There are 100 million ways for me to fuck them in a contract, but unfortunately, they don't know that.
But it's not the case when it comes to Joe Budden and his co-host, Ish. The pair have been friendly for years, but that hasn't prevented major contract disputes in the past on air, leading to a real fiery situation.
What prior experience does Antoine have in this field? Y'all about to make me mad, and this is my man. Y'all about to make me mad. What prior experience does Antoine have in this field?
None.
What other place in the world can Antoine go and do exactly what he's doing and get the number that he's getting as somebody that has never done this before? So now do y'all want to continue to act like idiots?
I do. Know why?
But do you know? Stop, pardon me.
Honestly, what's the difference between this podcast and an average lobby in the waiting room for a match in a game? Except maybe whoever set up the studio for this podcast, they probably spent at least $1,000 to buy all the equipment and another $1,000 to bring hot hits like this to cause all this drama. Why? Just go onto the lobby of an online game. It's free most of the time, and it's also much better than whatever nonsense this is. I don't know why they still want to run a podcast. Just go to an average lobby in an online game and you'll get a better quality drama there. Why?
Pardon me.
You always pivot.
Answer Joe questions now.
You don't answer mine.
Where else in the universe
How the fuck you get the courtesy you won't give me?
can Antoine go as someone that has never done anything related to any of this and make what he makes? I'm asking Ice, Parks, and the young boys now, since y'all pissing me off. Y'all about to make me mad. Answer it.
I want you to get mad.
Answer it.
To answer that question.
Answer it.
No, I can't think of nowhere else. But that's not the point, though. Sit down, nigga. You ain't answering none of my shit. Your bum ass 1 point you gonna run. I made 7 or 8 points that you couldn't answer. I made 7 or 8 points you couldn't answer. And all of these, you take their information when it benefits you, and you ignore them when it benefits me. These niggas have agreed with me for the last 20 minutes. I know, they've agreed with me for the last 20 minutes.
Yet, in the grand scheme of things, this was nothing compared to their major beef about post-relationship etiquette and friends.
Listen, any girl, I don't give a fuck who she is. If I used to date her before, she could have been my girlfriend. Nigga, if she want to give you some box, that's her box to give. I can't police that box.
Stop it.
No,
stop it.
Hold on now.
You better stop it. You better stop it.
Hold on now.
Because I'll get that bazooka right out that closet.
You can't though. You can't though.
You better stop it.
I stand by that.
You better stop it.
Now, I stand by that.
Stop.
It's no bazooka to get.
Stop, y'all.
It's not.
Because if that was the case, then why would you ever be questioning me about why your ex is at my house?
Boom. Because you made the statement that you would never do that.
I wouldn't do it.
But you did.
No, I didn't.
So let me answer you.
Now you flustered.
No,
now you flustered, looking stupid.
I'm not even.
Now you're looking stupid. It's a dialogue. It's a dialogue.
Well, stop cutting me off.
For a viewer of this,
The algorithm will just pick this part up and send it flying all over all corners of the internet. I mean, what's really stopping anybody from clipping this part out and just send it off?
Video who's not familiar with the JBP, you could be forgiven for thinking they couldn't get any more tense from that initial hype. But sure enough, they could.
Let me answer. We had
Catch your breath.
We had a conversation on what to do. No, don't let them deter you. Don't let them distract you. We had a conversation on what I would and wouldn't do. Joe said I would never do X, Y, and Z. I started laughing. It was on the podcast.
Yep, I remember.
I started laughing. So Joe like, what's so funny? Ha ha. I'm saying, yo, you would do that. He said, no, I wouldn't. I said, yes, you would. You had my ex in your fucking house filling up with hookah.
That means I was trying to fuck your ex.
But no, you said I wouldn't entertain a nigga ex. Joe's comment, you not moving the goalpost today. We're not going to get into a screaming match.
And you screaming.
We all were here.
You
Joe
moving
said,
it and you
I don't
screaming.
even talk to the girl, my man's exes. Am I wrong? Am I wrong,
That's
Parks?
a fact. Yes.
Am I wrong?
That's a fact. That is what you said. I'm saying it now.
And I'm saying you lying because you have talked to my exes before. I didn't say I gave a fuck. I was pointing out that you did it.
But your girl of 9 years never told you why she was there. And then you start questioning your man on the podcast.
I didn't question my man.
See, that's where. Stop.
That's where it's different.
Now you're moving the goalpost.
Question you about.
I'm not moving the goalpost.
You are.
Tell me how. I'm asking like.
You're moving the goalpost because
it's a dialogue.
As usual.
Once his back was against the wall, Joe basically tried to gaslight his co-host to say that wasn't what he said.
What I said here, which is I wouldn't fuck none of y'all exes. I wouldn't try to fuck none of y'all exes. It's the same thing I'm saying now.
That's not what you said back then.
Then what did I say?
You said, yo, I wouldn't even entertain them. I wouldn't talk to them. You said, yo, you felt funny going in the strip club talking to Imani's old girl at the bar.
That's a fact.
Just saying hi.
That's a
like,
fact.
I wouldn't entertain
That's
them.
a
I wouldn't
fact.
do none of that.
Joe
That's what
Budden would not entertain and would feel uncomfortable conducting conversation with any of y'all exes. So if a conversation happened with one of y'all exes, there had to be a way that she finagled that to happen, right? And if she finagled that to happen, she probably was trying to finagle something else, right? Girlfriend of 9 years, but she didn't. She managed to tell you none of anything.
Possibility.
But she managed to tell you none of anything.
I don't give a fuck.
None of this sounds like that.
I'm not thanking you for that.
But you're welcome.
I'm not thanking you for that. I don't care if you.
But you're yelling at me for it.
Because you won't let me speak. You asked me a question and then you won't let me answer. You cut me off.
Look how you're speaking to your friend.
You're the host of the podcast. You can cut off his mic. Do you see how these podcasters often have nothing else going for them? Do you see how they treat every problem like a nail to be hammered down? It's either a screaming match or a boxing match. And there's none of it is like, hey, thanks for your time. It's been great talking to you. I don't know what more can I add. I'm just gonna take a leave. I don't know why they don't just walk off the show. I don't know why they insist on wasting time like this.
Seriously. Look how he's speaking to his friend. Look how he's speaking to him.
But you're gaslighting.
Look how he's speaking to me.
But you're gaslighting, Joe. That's right. No girl can walk in your house under no pretenses at all.
That's not true.
Yo, dog, can I finish my fucking sentence?
Yeah, all right.
No girl can walk in your house without under any pretenses without you turning the knob and opening the door. That's one. Number two, you allowed a person to come into your home. I wasn't talking to Joe and I wasn't talking to the girl. So the girl can't facilitate Joe hooking me back up with her if I don't speak to Joe.
Did she know you ain't speak to Joe?
Yes.
How if you wasn't talking to her?
Because me and Joe fell out before me and her fell out.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm just asking questions.
So again, me and Joe didn't talk for 6 years. Me and the girl were not speaking. So her objective to go to Joe's crib couldn't have been based around me. It could have been based around her wanting to fuck Joe. I never negated that.
Even with the other people on the mics trying to explain Ish's view, it was clear that there was no way to reach an agreement. And rather than take accountability, Joe stormed out.
Every time
niggas have liked and loved lying, trifling chicks. Like, that's just the bottom line. So I don't even really understand this particular conversation. Whatever she said to get in the house clearly was some bullshit, nigga, because she had another plan. What are you talking about?
Who said? Nobody said anything.
What are you talking? Yes, it's a fact that you have to open the door to let somebody in a house.
Open to possibilities. You see how easily I'm open to the possibility? Again, I'm accepting that. But you are not accepting that you said something to the total contrary, which is I wouldn't hold no conversations with y'all niggas bitches.
Now one day when she feel like telling you the truth, she could tell you what was said to her face.
You're dismissing
which supports my point of I would look at y'all bitches like they are Martians if they tried that shit with me. Hey, whether I speak to you niggas or not.
You dismissing my sentence.
Oh.
You're dismissing my sentence.
Oh,
you can't.
I have regular. I'm not. You just need to keep up. I have conversations with all of y'all old bitches still to this day. That's not what the fuck we were saying.
That wasn't.
I would not be having a conversation trying to pop your old bitch.
Look at the new
nor would I dignify she was trying to pop. You talk about a fucking hookah with your sensitive ass. Shut your fucking
I'm
ass.
far from sensitive, nigga. I don't give a fuck about these bitches.
After viewing this exchange, fans naturally felt that Joe Budden didn't have a leg to stand on here. Joe has proven over and over that he is not someone you should call a friend. Joe is a habitual line stepper. Ish was 100% right. Amazingly, this wasn't even the first time that they had a dispute of this kind, but the issue of dating your man's ex coming up regularly. Sometimes, co-hosts clash in ways that go beyond simple debate where neither side is willing to budge, and a perfect example of that comes from Taste Buds. Featuring stand-up veteran Joe DeRosa alongside Impractical Jokers' Sal Volcano. Basically, the entire premise of the show is that these two friends have a spirited discussion about which food is better. Most of the time, this leads to pretty lighthearted discussion, but with one very notable exception where they debated whether weed or alcohol was better.
A long-term habitual drinker is way worse off than a long-term habitual weed smoker. Yes or no?
No.
You just went.
No.
You
Frank Sinatra drank his whole life. He was fine. He didn't die for.
You crash landed.
I know a lot
there.
of old drinkers.
Yeah, all right.
I know a lot of old drinkers.
Yeah. Who's in worse shape? A person that's seeing the end of a bottle every day, or a person that's smoking a
end
bag
of a
weed?
bottle every day. That's your.
Who's worse off? A person that has 5 drinks a day, or according to you?
Who's worse off? Who's worse off? A person that smokes half a drink a day, or a person that has 2 glasses of wine a day? Doctors will tell you.
That's like asking a death row inmate on the electric chair, would you like AC or DC? Like, if the voltage is high enough, he's dead either way. I mean, they're both gonna be worse off than if they didn't smoke or drink. I don't know why these two insist on dying on such a stupid hill. We are truly defined by the loudest and the dumbest among us at this point.
The person who has 2 glasses of wine is actually healthier from a heart standpoint.
Why are we arguing? Also, let's talk about the benefits. I'm sorry.
We've talked about
I smoke weed. It helps you relax. It helps
Doesn't
you
help
sleep.
you relax. It makes you
Let
panicky.
me fucking finish. Now you let me finish. Weed does help you relax.
For
weed
a
helps
pothead,
more.
for a pothead, you're really high strung.
Medicinal weed. Medicinal. You ever hear a doctor go, "Oh, I'm so sorry you're suffering and you're in pain. Why don't you go home and have gin?"
Absolutely.
How about going out on a run? Why do people insist on ingesting stuff? I mean, if you can't go out for a run, okay, you can do some push-ups, you can do some sit-ups. Why do people insist on ingesting stuff? Either smoke or drink. How about just do some push-ups?
No, they don't.
I've had doctors tell me drink 2 glasses of wine every day to help your good cholesterol.
Medicinal weed, bro, okay?
Medicinal
Cancer
wine.
patients, cataracts, anxiety.
Yeah.
It might give you
Heart
anxiety.
healthy.
Weed gives more people relaxation than it does give people anxiety, I believe.
Representing Booze and Mary Jane respectively, both Sal and Joe got really aggravated with each other.
Our friends that smoke weed on every night are potheads.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not how I would, that's not how, earlier.
What is a pothead?
I would say around the clock pot smokers. I don't think somebody that has a drink every night is an alcoholic. I don't think somebody that hits weed every night is a pothead. I think if you...
I mean, that's really that's really exactly the definition.
All right, so
you drink every day, you're an alcoholic. You smoke every day, you're probably a pothead.
So if you have 2 glasses of wine every day, you're an alcoholic? No, please.
Yeah, actually, textbook, you probably are, although I get it. Consuming
come on, guys. What are we talking about here? 7 drinks per week? Then Sal and I are both alcoholics.
Right, I mean, so your opinion is better than the National Institute institute on alcohol abuse
so
and
then you're an
alcoholism.
alcohol- you think
These
you're an
are people
alcoholic?
that dedicated their lives
so you
to the
think you're an
study of
alcoholic?
this.
So you're an alcoholic. You agree with that? You're an alcoholic.
No,
Seven-
I don't have 7 or more drinks a week. No fucking way.
Are you insane?
No, I don't.
Are you insane?
No, I don't. Swear to God. Hand to God.
As the conversation progressed, it became apparent that neither man was willing to concede to the negative side of their preferred vice. Least of all, Joe.
Let's say the next.
Do these people ever consider, should I actually die on this hill? You know that debate is a giant waste of time, right?
It's more like 2, 3 maybe
Let's say I do 2 nights of stand up a week. Maybe one night. Let's say I do 3. That's average. One night I don't drink. 2 nights I have. One night I have 2. One night I have 1. That's 3. You're telling me I consistently have over 7 a week? I don't.
No, 7. At least 7. I didn't say over 7.
I don't. Just because you have 7 a day.
I don't have 7 a day.
Okay. Well. If I was you right now and you said that, I'd be like, what? Yes, you do. The way you flipped out is insane. I don't have over 7 drinks a week.
So
I do
not over 7. It's
7. Whatever. No, didn't it say more than 7?
No, it said 7.
All right, so I
more.
read it wrong. But my point is, I don't average 7 drinks a week. I don't.
In the aftermath, a lot of fans felt that Sal had much more recent points, whereas Joe got in his feelings when confronted with the fact that he may be overly reliant on the old whiskey. Good thing Joe didn't get too defensive here, otherwise he might have really looked like an alcoholic. Rounding off this video's trifecta of Joes is the biggest one of all, Joe Rogan. A pioneer in the podcast space, it'd be shocking if Joe didn't have at least a few notable issues on the show where he's almost 2,500 episodes in. At times, he's gotten enraged at young Jamie, his producer, who's clearly supposed to be there to provide sources, not contribute to the conversation.
The early vote more than all of the vote from some years? Yes, that's what I was going to say. For Texas specifically. How about you let him answer since he's the fucking expert?
You're looking at me.
Jamie's like, no. For Texas specifically, yes.
That shoulder, guaranteed. I'm about to get in my foot for my plantar. You still have plantar fasciitis? Horribly. Are you still running? Yeah, I have to. You have to? I just love it. Why don't you get one of them zero runners? Have you seen that thing that I have out here? Is it a Woodway? No. It's like a. It's weird. It's sort of like an sort of like an elliptical machine to like a. It's weird. It's sort of like an sort of like an elliptical.
There has also been a few moments where he got a little testy with long-term guests, including a recent standoff with his friend Brian Callen over vaccines that led him to letting his emotions getting the best of him.
Tetanus. No. Just go down the road wrong. You need to bail on the tetanus thing because Suzanne Humphreys.
Educate his ass.
Suzanne Humphreys explained tetanus.
She's not a vaccinologist. I know that woman. What are you talking about? So you're saying we
she's a
shouldn't have
medical
vaccines?
doctor that absolutely understands tetanus. She said tetanus. All you have to do is keep the wound open and clean it.
Oh, that's
you
such
don't.
bullshit.
It's not
Oh my
bullshit.
God,
it's
what
not bullshit. Do you know how many people die of tetanus
Holy
every year?
fucking
Very
shit.
few. What about
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Are you saying that we shouldn't have...
Don't do that. Don't call me Mr. Scientist. I'll start mocking you, and it's so much easier to mock you.
During this chat, things progressed to the point where Rogan broke from tradition and actively shut a conversation down, even resulting to playground mocking at a certain point.
Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is that there are certain diseases. Pick up a history book. Smallpox, diphtheria, mumps.
Have you ever looked at
tetanus,
how-
polio, paralytic diseases?
Have you ever polio? Please stop.
Yes. No, I won't. I won't. I know you think it's just. I've heard Susan Humphreys.
This is a long conversation that we're not going to have on this podcast because I'm going to get angry because I've researched this for years.
Right.
Let's just.
But you're not a scientist.
I don't have to be a scientist
Yeah, you
to
do.
know that.
Yes, you do.
No, Brian, shut the fuck up. I don't have.
I don't know why he didn't just say, dude, that's an appeal to authority. I don't know why these podcasters don't just ask one simple question. Do my points hold water? If not, why not? Why am I missing here, for example? And that's a much better use of everyone's time. Just saying.
To be a scientist to read research to understand that they were spraying DDT all over the fucking country when everybody was getting polio. Do you know that?
Yes,
you know
I do.
the first
Yes, I
instances
do.
of polio, they happened in rural communities where they were all farmland and agriculture, and then cows were getting them, and horses were getting them, and dogs were getting them.
Let me make a statement.
They were calling it paralytic polio.
Do you agree with the following statement? It's not just.
I'm not going to do this with you,
but
Brian.
it's not just about.
I brought up
It's not
vaccines,
just
so that'd
about.
be a
Hold
fun
on,
debate.
hold on, Joe.
No,
It's
Brian, I
not
don't want to
ju-
do this with
But
you.
it's not just about.
We're in
is
the
it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
It's annoying.
All right, but it's like, yeah. Being anti-vax. Being anti-vax.
No
is
one's
irresponsible.
anti-vax,
It's
Brian.
not anti-vax.
On other occasions, it's the guests who are never invited back that cause problems. Let's not forget the infamous debate Joe and Stephen Coward had over marijuana that saw Joe gradually lose his mind.
But I also think it's not necessarily true that the reason people can't smoke up is because Big Pharma is sitting somewhere, Martin Shkreli going, oh, let's make pot illegal.
Not that
That's
guy.
my only point.
But there are absolutely people who have lobbied, as we talked about how the prison guard union has lobbied to keep marijuana illegal. There's absolutely pharmaceutical companies have done the same thing. It was revealed in the WikiLeaks memos.
See, this is where I was saying
it was,
don't
hold
care
on,
about
don't
this.
interrupt me, you fuck. But you're not necessarily because you're denying.
But because right now of the chemical compounds.
Hold on, fuckface. You're denying.
Watch it. Come on. It's been a good conversation.
We're friends. I'm just joking. Since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado are at near historic lows.
You haven't bringing up the source that you want to find.
Washington
Bring up the
Post!
study right there. Yeah, Washington Post. Bring up the study that we wrote. We wrote about it on our website.
Look, I don't care about your website, you fuck. Since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado
Since you
are
called me
at
hold on a second. Since you called me a fucking a pussy.
Correlation doesn't mean causation. And that being said, be very careful about ingesting anything before you operate a vehicle. Consult a medical professional before you consume anything, especially when you are going to operate a vehicle after that. Right? A vehicle is not exactly, the safest thing you can do. Operating a vehicle is something that requires a lot of alertness on hand. And it's not something you want to do under the influence of, anything.
You do this with the crazy lady at a comedy club.
Buddy,
you think if you scream enough that it makes a point. My point is, I don't care about it.
At times, these crash outs have been a little unjustified and undermined what are his talents as a conversationalist. Yet, if there was one moment where his emotions came through in a way that actually made sense, is when he got firm, calm, controlled, and almost cold during a rock, paper, scissors game with Moxie Marlinspike.
How about if I win, I do the programming on your show for a week?
No. That's worth a lot of money. You can fuck off.
Following Moxie's ridiculous suggestion, he then tried to push further, only to just get shut down over how ludicrous what he was suggesting is.
What kind of money? What do you think I'm gonna... I'm not saying like the ads or whatever. I'm saying
like programming, like who's going to be on.
Yeah, who's going to be on.
That's not possible. We're booked up months and months in advance.
You were so confident until just now.
No.
Pick a month, few months off.
That's ridiculous to flip a coin on that. There's no chance.
I mean, what would be?
Because then you'd make me have Listen, the whole reason why this show works is because I talk to people that I want to talk to. That's why it works.
Yeah. Well,
the only
you gotta
way
do something to play this game.
That's not a risk. That's
1 week of your life.
No, that's abandoning the show.
That's 1 week of your life.
No, you could bring some assholes on here that I want to talk to, and then I'm like, what am I doing? No, impossible.
There's nothing that I can do.
There's nothing that you could give me that would be worth a week of programming on the show. What are you going to give me?
What about a day of programming?
You'd have to give me a spectacular amount of money.
I sent you a...
Dude, just drop it. You don't have infinite money. Okay? No point beating this dead horse.
But that's the only way I would be, the only way, if you ever put a monetary equivalent to that, it would have to be a spectacular amount of money for me to let someone else program the show. I've never let anybody do that before.
Not even for 1 day?
No. That was one of the big things about doing this show on Spotify. They could have no impact at all.
Clearly, Joe is not a man to be trifled with when it comes to his medicine or his money. But rounding things off today is a guy whose real problem is when his loyalty or intentions are called into question, and that is Bradley Martin. The zoo culture owner has made himself something of a meme on the internet at times, particularly given his belief that his sheer size alone would be enough to overpower trained MMA fighters with no actual ring skills required.
You think you beat me in a street fight? Huh? You think you beat me in a street fight?
You in a street fight?
Yeah.
You're a podcaster, brother.
I love it. So the answer is then yes, yeah?
Of course.
I love it.
Yeah, not you personal though, but anybody, any size is like easy.
No, I was talking about me.
Yeah.
Because I asked Devin Haney. Devin Haney thought the boxer. He thought he beat me in a street fight 150.
Yeah. But he probably f*** you up too though.
You think so? Nah, you really think so?
No,
I'm 260.
I said probably f*** you up. You grab a hold of Devin Haney, he's probably most likely dead.
Yeah. But you
grab a hold of me, you're dead.
Despite this lighthearted exchange with Nate, Bradley doesn't play when he actively feels like he's disrespected, especially if someone exposes his hairline.
That shit's funny. That shit's funny.
Influencers and podcasters truly are two of the dumbest groups of people on this planet. Who thought that's appropriate behavior?
My
fucking hat.
Damn, actually? Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't know that was bad. My bad, Brad. Like, actually. No, actually. Put the camera down. Wait.
During his time on the Nelk Boys' Full Send podcast, the co-host that really ruffled his feathers was Steiny. At times, it was hard to determine if they actually liked one another.
Find a place in Montana and build a fucking compound?
Dude, yes.
In case The Last of Us happens and the fucking fungus takes over?
I just feel like in our lifetime it's going to be like complete anarchy. You got to start training. You have to be pretty cutthroat with who's allowed in the compound. People might switch up in the compound and like go against their own. That's the biggest issue.
Maybe we shouldn't bring you because you're the one who switches up like historically.
Yeah. If that sounded a little aggressive, it paled in comparison to the times where Steiny really got under his skin.
It's a tactic that he does so his friends will pay for his meals and shit.
What are you talking about?
You're the Mr. I forgot my wallet guy.
You're the guy who takes fucking chains and jewelry from Steve and you pretend like it's yours. You hit on chicks.
You
want me to go hard on you?
No, but don't.
Is that what you want right now?
We're having
you attack me, I'm gonna get you back.
Where this really came down to a head was during an episode where Steiny suggested Brad was using him to boost his profile.
I missed you.
You just love to do this, huh?
Do what, dude? What am I doing?
Love to do this.
You told the story. I'm just sitting here.
Nah, I like want to go off on you as a scumbag
dude.
right now.
Do it. You go. Show me
every day I get a notification. Bradley Martin Raw Talk. Steiny, something about this. Steiny, Zoo Culture, thumbnail. I don't even know what we're filming.
What are you talking about?
Just you using me, bro.
Straight away, Brad let it be known that he wasn't willing to take it, and if anything, Steiny was being ungrateful.
And I feel used, and I'm fucking.
Really,
I'm
bro? You want to talk about this right now? Want to talk about how you got your start, bitch? Why don't you tell the internet right now? Go ahead, tell him,
dude.
Go ahead, tell him.
Dude,
tell
okay.
him.
Okay,
tell
wait.
him.
Okay, fine, I will.
Tell him when you had 1,300 followers who put you in their videos, bitch.
No, but
tell
wait.
him.
Okay, but wait, Brad.
It's gonna cut to Steiny. Go ahead, you come hard at me to not expect that right back. Tell him how you got started, bitch.
Okay, but control.
Go ahead, tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. Look in the camera, tell him the truth.
You had me on a podcast and then put the title.
No, how you got started in fucking YouTube.
Steve will do its assistant.
How you got started? You know how you got started?
Because you were like, yo, this kid's funny. I'm gonna start filming him. Why am I a bad guy for that?
Yo, you can't come at me.
Brad, put me on, bro.
Yo, you can't come at me for that.
You can't me.
I didn't come at you, brother. I'm just talking about your story.
As things mounted up, Steiny's refusal to back down resulted in his co-host fully losing it to the point that it looked like a very one-sided fight might be on the cards.
Okay. You trying to make me look like a bad guy, which I'm not.
You're a good guy. Good friend.
Yeah, you. I put you in my content. Yeah, don't bad.
Okay, bro.
I put you in the content.
Okay.
You had 1,300 followers.
Dude. Are you seriously this
I'm
pissed?
serious because you trying to make me look stupid. You, bro. Suck my.
What do I even say?
You over here trying to make me look like some bad guy.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy,
so
bro.
So why the you trying to frame it otherwise?
I'm confused. What pissed you off?
You trying to make me look like a bad guy when you know well I helped you from fucking zero.
I don't even know what's going on right now, to be honest. Like I was
me off. That's what's going on right now.
Well, you had to bring up the Steve, bro.
I think that was my fault. You brought up the watch, dude. What the you talking about?
Okay, yo, we gotta literally cut that entire section.
I didn't bring up nothing about Steve. I didn't bring up no watches.
Kyle, I'm serious.
That was him.
All right, well, we'll see. Let's keep going. No, I'm serious, bro.
Okay, well, let's keep going. And I'm fucking done with that.
I'm joking around, dude.
I don't give a
And as tends to happen, the internet let the least popular Nelk boy of all time have it. Steiny always bringing that victim energy. Steiny scared for his life, and Kyle enjoying every moment. Honestly, we've only scratched the surface of times that podcast hosts have enabled their temper to flare. And as long as combustible, egotistic people keep getting on these mics,
as soon as it happened, just because...
then you can bet there will be more where this comes from.
Listen, nigga. Come on, bro. Not here, bro. Not here. Not here, bro. Pussy, nigga. Not here.
Sometimes I wonder why these people don't just use the same amount of money to buy boxing gloves and a gym membership. Instead, seeing how their podcast often devolves into a dumb crash out like this, I just don't know why they still insist on buying podcast equipment instead of buying boxing equipment at this point. So on that note, I hope this channel doesn't devolve into something resembling those podcasts, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.